Hey, everybody. My name is Paul,
I'm Amanda.
and together we are
Cosplay
Cosplay
Lovers.
Lovers. So, I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Have you ever recorded an entire segment and then realized you didn't press the record button? It was pretty amazing too, like her natural reactions and everything. It was pretty hilarious. So I'm willing to try and mix up the questions from we had before to still try to get their stuff. But so she knows some of the things we're going to talk about. Some were surprises. That's sort of like a segment that I'm trying to do, not tell Amanda the questions until we get here. But my bad. It happens. And ironically, this is like the second time this year that I've done that. Yeah. Yeah. So last week we talked about our general love for Star Wars, right?
Mhm.
And when I was filming this episode, I was thinking here just last time, when people walk up the stairs, the first thing they see is Grogu's corner. Like it's a
In
pretty
your face.
big collection. In fact, nobody actually, it's quite often, it's really entertaining. People walk up the stairs and get so entranced, maybe it's the green walls or whatever, that they miss like the whole game room, Star Wars game room over here with like a full size Chewbacca. Because they're so enamored. And then it's like, and then you learn over here, they're like, ah. And then, so I thought what we do today is, we're not going to debate characters or talk about movies. We're going to talk about Grogu and all things Grogu. Do you remember the very first time you saw Grogu?
Yes.
We'd like to talk about it.
Yes. On the Mandalorian show.
His little finger.
Yeah, it threw me off. And finally seeing him come on the screen, I was just like a little kid in a candy store.
Right.
Or
He's
with
like,
all the toys. And
you're
I'm
like,
like,
so
at this. And I just, that was a time in our lives we just needed to be obsessed with something. And it just happened to come into my life at the right time.
yeah, I remember. It was in our first house we lived in together.
Yeah.
We'd not been married too long. So what was it about Grogu that just really sort of like, oh my gosh, I got to own all these?
I mean, the cuteness behind us, the eyes, the green,
Oh,
the little
green's one of your
cooing.
favorite colors, right?
Yeah, I like green. And just the cuteness.
So was there something about his personality, especially as we've seen his journey from like barely able to reach a finger to like passing out every force
Oh my
use?
word, the passing out was so stinking cute. I wish I could pass out at work when I'm done. I'm just like, I'm done. All done.
Or up to like the newest movie where he's like strapping it on. He's like ready to go to war.
Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there something about like, have you enjoyed that challenge or that?
I have.
journey?
I have enjoyed that journey of Grogu just, finding himself, being more confident. All of us can need a little Grogu confidence in our lives.
Well, he didn't have it at the beginning of the movie. He had to build up to it.
I know. That's
Dan
how life is.
Dan Zellens sort of helped him out with that a little bit.
Yeah. So, if Grogu can do it, you can do it.
So what made Grogu? Now I know that Ahsoka and Grogu are sort of your 1A and your 1B.
Mm-hmm.
But like what made Grogu like the character that you had to collect? Was that just that all that was part of that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could just say something snapped in my brain or awoken or just, it just evolved naturally. There was just no thinking about it. I just reacted. And this is what happened.
So people may see this collection and I mean it's obviously that it didn't happen overnight. So do you remember what your very first Grogu is?
With the first cut, I was running around. But as you can see, there's something missing in that little spot right there. And it's this little guy.
What makes him kind of unique?
Well, you know how when you get a toy and you don't want someone to go away with your toy, so you kind of brand it? Boom!
Amanda. Just like in Toy Story. So Amanda wrote her name on it, just like in Toy
I think
Story.
you wrote it.
That is not my
All
handwriting.
right, that's my handwriting. That's better. Anyways, look at that. So cute. Look at those eyes. He's saying hi. And then he has his little home. And then these buttons are from Japan. Little Grogu buttons. May
Those
the
are cute.
force be with you. Little guy, big appetite.
Do you remember where we got that one?
Where we at?
It's okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's not that exciting.
Amazon?
Probably.
Because back then we didn't go out anywhere.
Well, yeah. I mean, this came out during COVID.
Yeah.
So looking back, and when you got your first Grogu, and then maybe your second Grogu, and then you can't see it on the camera here, but there's one from Mattel over here. We didn't talk about that on our first take of this before we realized we were recording. But Mattel only made those allowed you to order them for 7 days. That took 2 years to actually get it, so that was
Yeah.
kinda fun. But do you looking back, did you ever think that, our one little Grogu friend over here would turn into all of this?
No, but since you're asking, there's another cool one that I have.
I didn't know I was asking, but okay, it is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, here.
So, was there a moment when you realized, "Okay, maybe I do have a collection?"
Yes.
Would you care to expound upon that
Yes.
guess?
Yes, I would. When we were in our I don't know, we moved so much. It was in Oregon, and I was looking around in the my office/guest room and just looking around. I'm like, "Huh, this collection is kinda building. I guess I do have a collection." I think it was
The last house we lived in.
the last house we lived in, and I started collecting the little figurines,
The bounty
the
hunters.
bounty hunters. It was became the hunt to find them all.
Yeah. I think you still have some that are in boxes somewhere. I still don't think we've actually found them. Now, let's talk about a few of your favorites.
Well, this one, because it's from Japan,
Yeah.
and
What's the story with them?
well, had a lot of luggage, and so I couldn't put him in the luggage, so he just kinda I just held him around in his little carry thing, and people would look, smile, or look at me weird, but I didn't care. Me and Grogu were having a good time. We were traveling back to the States. And this one's a really sweet one from my sister-in-law from Hawaii, and so I like finding Grogus with uniqueness to them. They're fun.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool one. It makes
Mhm,
you smile.
mhm.
Are there any that you just that are not like stuffed animals that you love? I didn't ask you that question before. Like, is there any that anything that jumps out at you?
That are not stuffed animals?
Yep, not stuffed animals.
Not a stuffed animal?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Cosby's, you've got candles, you've got popcorn buckets out the nose. Like, what would be your non stuffed animal?
Non-stuffed animal?
Hmm.
Uh,
I know. Just throwing a new question at you weren't expecting.
oops, lost an arm. I don't know. This isn't a stuffed animal.
It is not.
Pretty cool. Look at this one.
That is a fun one. All right, I know you weren't expecting just questions. Okay, so are you ready for the lightning round?
Lightning round?
Lightning round.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and stand up, and then I'm going to move your chair here out of the way. Okay,
Mhm.
now I want you to pick the cutest Grogu on this wall over here. I mixed it up because you didn't even look over there last time. I know she's slightly off camera.
I
She's
like this
dressing.
one. Really cute.
Yes, that was from the Grogu pop-up store in Seattle.
Mhm.
From
Go
the
yeah.
Miniso.
He could go on my purse or backpack.
He is pretty cute. Okay, what is the funniest Grogu? Like,
I already know.
I should have known. If you guys seen like the Instagram series we did with the
Hello.
so
How are you tonight?
she
It's so annoying.
she couldn't.
So cute.
Okay. And he's just got his little feet to waddle around everywhere. Yes. Okay. Now here's the tough question.
Okay.
You only get to keep one Grogu. Which one's it gonna be?
It's still gonna be this one.
The one from Japan that just
Yes.
lost a hand?
That just lost a hand. The force is still with Grogu.
Yeah, that one's pretty cute. I get it. Totally makes sense. And you don't have to pick one that anybody bought for you.
You're right.
Well, I mean, technically, I bought that one for you.
Well,
Yeah.
you're my husband. It doesn't count.
Okay, so here's a tough question. If somebody were building their Grogu collection from the start, what would be the first thing you would tell them to collect?
I would say to get a little plushie, a little, little.
Yeah,
Well,
they're easy to find.
they're easy to find. I mean, if you want to go big, this one's pretty cute too.
He is pretty cute.
But I mean, the kid in you will come out. So I'll do that.
He could double as a pillow.
Yeah.
Do you think your collection is finished?
Do you think your collection is finished?
My collection is never finished. Have you seen all the helmets? I need more.
Have you seen all my Grogus? I need more.
What is
You
it that you're keeping an eye out for? What is it that you're looking for?
Uniqueness. You know, this one I picked that not too long ago.
I'll let you have a seat back.
I get the colors on
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's super cute.
It's super cute.
Handmade. We
Yeah.
got this at SummerCon in Puyallup from one of the vendors who were in one of the outside areas.
Yeah.
Super cute.
So there's always something cute to find.
Um, do you think there'll ever be a point where you say, "I've got enough Grogu's"?
Probably not. No, 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 no.
Are you now that the shelf space is at a premium, are you being more selective?
Yes.
What's the criteria now to make the shelf
The
or
crite
shelves?
the criteria to make that's a really good question. I have to really, like, visualize it in my space. How does it make me feel? Not just like, "Oh my goodness, it's a Grogu," but, like, let's take a beat and just see if I walk away, am I gonna cry if I don't have
I feel that in my bones. It's bringing back AT-AT feelings from when I was a kid. Do do you think that our kids are going to keep this as their inheritance someday?
No,
I have no idea.
and
That was
I
not
really
even a
don't blame them
question.
at all. Sorry. Sorry, kids.
If you're listening,
So sorry.
welcome
Sorry, not sorry.
welcome to your inheritance. Well, let me ask you, little controversial question. Controversial. How do you feel about when somebody says, "Oh, Baby Yoda, he's so cute"?
You know, out there, my fellow Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu fans. That was so, like, in the era of COVID time. Don't we move on. We know his name now. We use his name.
Say his name. Say my name. Say my name. Okay, no, no. Okay. What is it that you love most about collecting?
It's fun. I enjoy doing it with you. I enjoy our friends just being humored or seeing them come over for the first time since we moved and just shaking their heads in disbelief. You know who you are. And I just smother them with my love of Grogu more and more. And even at my office at work, people come in and they're like, "Oh, that's so cute," you know. So just sharing the love. I don't know. It's just I just it's something that I enjoy.
Do you think it's maybe some of the memories too?
Yeah.
I think about like when we walk through, like I look over here and I see like my very first Darth Vader case that I opened up with the
Hmm.
figures, and then when I'm giving people the tour, you sort of walk through and it's like, here's my autographed droid from Vivian Blair. And it's like, it's really weird to ask a 12-year-old for their autograph, but she was pretty cool about it, or there you kind of go through and like, oh, there's Lando Calrissian's autograph, from the wonderful actor. You sort of kind of go through and just see different stuff and it brings back like a memory of something. So I think that's kind of the fun thing with collecting is kind of like the memories because memories can fade, but a thing on the shelf that has a meaning to it helps you to remember. But
Mhm.
that's kind of one thing. So yeah, I don't see necessarily when I look at this Grogu, I see this Grogu and I think of Japan. I think of celebration. I think of the picture of you at the airport with like 8 bags of luggage, suitcases, most of which we bought in
I
Japan.
don't know why he thinks it's just me.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so I mean, but that's what I see this, and that's what I think of.
Mhm.
Though the travel Grogu.
I have many travel Grogus. I've one travel Grogu is forever gonna be in Japan. I just visualize he walked away with a nice little kid that needed him.
So Japan Airlines, if you do have a random Grogu in the lounge, we
From a
were
year
sitting in
ago,
premium economy from last year.
and Grogu was looking out the window. I was taking
He's
a picture of him.
maybe he's still there. I mean, there is the story like the Donald
Yeah.
that somebody left and they've been taking care of him for years and like
Oh,
decades now at this point. So who knows?
did they ever get it back?
No, he's like a permanent thing that they take care of now.
Oh,
So it's actually a really interesting story. So who knows? Maybe,
maybe
Japan
that
Airlines is
Grogu.
like taking care of your little Grogu somewhere. Or some other kid just got him and, it's his little life.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
think happy thoughts.
Why do we touched on this already, but the collections, do they matter or are they just stuff to you?
I don't think they're just stuff to me. I think for it may be obviously stuff to someone else because they don't have a connection to it or it's just not their thing, which is totally fine. I think for me because it is my thing, I see it meaningfulness as we were talking about and like I smile when I walk upstairs. I'll sometimes be like, "Oh, I need to fix that one or rearrange. It makes me happy. Everyone has a different style of decorating their house, and this is just our style together.
Yeah. It's kind of funny you talk about people seeing them. There always seems to be like maybe 3 different categories. There's the like, "Oh, wow, this is cool.
Right?
I like Star Wars, I was
Yeah,
growing
yeah,
up."
yeah, yeah.
Or there's the,
Oh, this is overwhelming. I
"Oh,
need to get
oh,
out of the way.
okay, I'm happy for you."
Right?
And then there's the like, "Can I just sit here and look at this? Because I just wanna stare at this for the next
Yes.
3 hours."
Yes.
Because like, "Oh, there's Dagobah. Oh,
Yes.
here's Tatooine. Oh, here's this book. Here's there's a lot of stuff, you know, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a fun thing, especially, with the Grogus. I sometimes look around and be like, "Oh, when did you get that?" So,
Mhm.
I kinda forget about them too. Well, you guys, sorry that you did lose some of the initial reactions. I tossed in some extra questions here that she wasn't expecting, just off the spur, just to try to, get to keep it fresh for you all. But we would love to hear from you. Do you collect anything from Star Wars? Is it like a character specific thing? Or is it like, hey, I collect just Funkos or I collect Star Wars Legos because those are amazing? Like, do you collect, something specific, or are you a general collector like perhaps I am? Maybe tell us in the comments what's one item you can never part with, and tell us about the stories. We'd love to read them and respond back. And I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. And if so, we'd love to have you back for our next adventure.
Yes.
And until then, may the force be
Force
with
to be with you.
all.
Wait. Cut. Until then,
May the
may the
force
force
be
be
with
with
you.
you.
We're not cutting, but
But
we did it again. It's fitting for the evening. Until next time.